How to deal with toxic people? Well, this is a very tricky question to answer because, to a certain extent, there's not much of an answer. Even if you may find a lot of YouTube videos that may tell you otherwise. See, this question, if we take it in depth, it kind of goes very synonymously to another question: how to control people, right? Because when you deal with something, anything, you can solve that by manipulating it, right? By doing some changes to it. When you deal with a problem, right? You only, you only get it done, you only solve it by simply arranging some parameters, changing some things that happen, and directly and or indirectly, it will get solved. How to deal with people is easily a synonymous question to how to control people. Well, you can control them like mass media, but controlling people means you're using your own energies against their own energies, or you're teaching them how to make use of their energies against themselves. Don't forget there is also a karmic retribution. And I don't think you need way more misery into your life, because using your own energy to change others will always attract some of the worst karma you can get. That is why a lot of people who think they want to do good things and change other people end up extremely miserable, because you're going to attract so much karma, so much unfortune if you deal with other people through your own energies. You can live as an example in the end. Now, obviously, whether people want to follow you, that is their choice. Because, see, creation gave all of us free will, right? If people want to stay idiot, if people want to stay retarded, or whatever way you want to call them, well, creation is not going to change them, right? So if creation can't change them because they have free will, in their infinity, right? Creation can't change them. Why would you be silly to try, right? So, yes, at work, in many other places, you will have to deal with a lot of idiots, with a lot of insensitive people. And there's not much to do about that. You have to embrace this reality. Sure, psychologists and all sorts of that will tell you this and that, but you have to learn how to use the energies within, especially your time. And you'll have to deal with them somehow. Diplomacy is going to look like a good option, but diplomacy is better the more conscious, the more sensitive, and the more cerebral and the more logical to a certain extent that person is. Because if they're too logical, well, they're always going to be obsessed with control, and your points of view are not going to suffice to them because, well, being overly logical means you're obsessed with control. And that means there's only one possible answer, and that answer is only theirs, not yours. In most situations, I'd say. So the point is, in such situations, you kind of don't have much to deal with. When you deal with idiots, just remember that most of them simply function like a fanatic, right? A fanatic means their only truth is the only truth that can exist in the world. So basically, there's not much to change, there's not much to deal with, and obviously, there's no diplomacy that's going to happen. You can always act as who you are. Be authentic, as they say. Function based on your own possibilities and as much as their idiocy will also allow you. Because in most situations, you simply don't have a choice. If you want to challenge them, well, you're probably going to end up with repercussions beyond you and your power. So the point is, well, either seek another environment or do whatever they request of you, and then learn how to simply detach from their idiocy. Learn to be somewhat boring, because if you are boring, they're not going to like to deal with you directly, because miserable people need distractions and they need it now. And when they ruin your existence, that is a distraction from their own misery. When you learn how to detach from whatever meanings they throw at you, and you show them that simply you can't be phased, well, that is a great personal power. They're not going to like it, but, well, they're going to try even harder. But after several tries, they will see that you're not going to be phased. So, well, if they're not narcissists, they're not going to try to, turn your friends against you. That's a good thing when it happens because your best friends know what you are, who you are. They're not going to turn against you that easily. Fake people will obviously do because, well, they don't have any shape, they don't have any foundation, so they will follow anything that is given in their face, right? And, well, what is shown in front of them, they will follow that, and, well, it should act as proof to you that they never took you into account, they never cared about you anyways, right? So when it comes to idiots, simply keep a distance. Boundaries are very powerful, and, well, being powerful, it doesn't mean that you have to ignore these idiotic people. Remember that these idiotic people, typically they are very simple-minded, and they also blow their cover usually easily. And, well, the ones that don't, well, you're gonna have to learn how they function so that you can adjust to them. Lessons are always to be learned in life. But the simple point is, when things happen, well, just go on and try to deal with them the way you can at the present moment. Your greatest bet is to learn how to use your energies in situations when you don't have to deal with them. It is very unfortunate when you have idiots in your family or at home and idiots at work, but remember you have full power to simply detach from them. It is your life versus theirs. Question is, do you want to keep their misery in your life as well? Isn't yours enough? Because if you want a better life, you might have to leave family away, you might have to leave your job, you might have to find a better environment that suits you. And yes, it is going to be very hard, but this is how life goes. And given society is promoting idiocy more and more, and a lot of people seem to dance around with it, well, the problem is you're going to find it harder and harder. That's the challenges of life. Now, hopefully, this video raised a bit of awareness. You are appreciated. Take care, enjoy life. And this being said, Ferenc Board signing out.